Ahoy, my friends, Ryder here, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video. Today I'm going to be getting into the Ifrit EX2 fight, which I finally cleared thanks in much to the help of AERITH'S ultimate weapon, the Princess Guard. Now, if you guys have this weapon, I would say that the strategy for Ifrit with her weapon makes it a completely different fight, guys. This is essentially a cheese guide for the Ifrit EX2. Now, there are clears out there that is not using the Aerith ultimate weapon, guys. So if you guys don't have that weapon, this guide, I'm just going to say it right now, is not going to be of much help for you guys. And that is because basically when you start to fight Ifrit, he has these 5 tiers of Hellfire, and as you break his sigils, you make his Hellfire weaker. With the Aerith ultimate weapon paired with an ATB boost weapon on Red 13, you can charge Red 13's limit break fast enough to get off Stardust Ray before his first Hellfire, which makes it so much easier to survive. Now, one of my close friends, Lynx, he showed me a way in which you can actually do this without having the Princess Guard. And, but you need an extremely precise beta, and you're going to need to switch to auto on the, the tactics setting, because auto will automatically use the limit break as soon as it pops up, whereas on manual, you have to wait for it to go to the end, then it charges, then it shoots over to the side, then you can click it, right? So, there is a strategy for it. I'm not going to be sharing that with you guys here today, but if you guys are having trouble with the Ifrit EX2 fight and you don't have her ultimate weapon, I suggest looking up guides that are not using it, because it's going to completely change the strategy going into the fight itself, or at least change it in a minor way. Now, we're going to jump over to the Ifrit EX2 fight right here, guys, so I'm going to go down to summon quests, alright? Let's go. And we're going to go down to the Ifrit EX2 fight right here, alright, which is basically a Ifrit on steroids, guys. He's going to be super strong. He is immune to physical attack, magic attack down, which is why Stardust Ray comes in handy so well here, because it basically bypasses his immunity and will still break all his offensive buffs, right? Fire potency changes based on force gauge ignition. The gauge can only be depleted with ice element abilities. Destroying more sigils during incinerate lowers the potency of Hellfire. So the first goal is we're going to be able to take his sigils down from 50 to 30, which is going to initially reduce the power of Hellfire, but our other goal is also to get off Red 13's limit break before that first Hellfire, which is going to make the rest of the fight a lot easier. He's going to switch from magic attacks Hellfire to physical attacks like Crimson Dive, right? So we are going to need to have both of those things, and we're going to need to have Diamond Sigil breaks in order to take down Ifrit. Now let's go over to the team that I put together for this fight, alright, and it is going to be right here. This is going to be Cloud, primary Ice DPS, Red 13, primary Imperiler / Sigil Breaker, also clutch limit break moment, and then we're going to have Aerith here, who's going to be our main healer, main buffer, and our cheat code with the ultimate weapon, Princess Guard, right there, which I'm so freaking happy that I ended up going for, alright? So just to give you guys a quick overview of the build, we have Cloud, Ice Arcanum, Shiva Diamond Dust level 10, all physical attack, all stat sticks, Stream Saber OB10, Glavinus OB7 for the HP here, guys. Ultimate Buster Sword, Red 13 we have Hellhound costume, Stardust Ray, Silver Collar OB8, Ivy Collar here, guys. If you don't have it OB6, which greatly helps, it can still be done without an OB6 Ivy Collar, but I did drop a weapon voucher to boost it from 5 to 6, just to make this fight a little easier for me. We have the Ultimate Leather Collar, alright, and then for his materials, I believe we have Healing and Magic Defense or Physical Defense stat sticks, just depending on which one was lower for him. And then we have a important bio on there, which is going to help us get that limit break bar up in the early part of the fight, because it's a very fast cast, and we are trying to poison Ifrit, who is, of course, weak to poison. Now, that being said, jumping over to Aerith right here, We have her Bahamut costume, Breath of the Earth, Commodore Wand in the main hand, Bahamut Rod in the offhand, Princess Guard. We have a Cure-All in the third slot, even though we don't really need it because we have the Bahamut Rod right here. We have a second bio on Aerith, and then everything for her is going to be healing stat sticks, if I remember correctly. Now, to jump into the back end of this build here, guys, all right, without lag, I'm going to show you guys how I put this together. So we have Cloud, 304k power, 14.5k HP, 9k physical attack, all right, 178 physical defense, 205 magic defense, and then for his sub-weapons, we have the Ceremonial Sword Z, the Bald Eagle, and the Ultimatic right here. So shooting for physical attack, 9k plus if you guys can manage it. Now for Red 13, he has 132k power, 12.4k HP. He's got 4.8k physical attack, 217 physical defense, 196 magic defense, and 3.4k healing. If we look at his R abilities, buff debuff duration is focused, healing is focused, and HP is focused. Those are the most important ones I would say for him. Then for his sub weapons, we have the Shark Slayer, HP / buff debuff duration, the Rose Bouquet, which is physical defense all to the party, and the much needed ATB boost weapon. I believe you only need one, that's OB2 in order to pull off this strategy. I don't know why I built mine to OB7. I figured maybe one day I would need it. I also think this gets me like the flat 3 or 3.5 at the start, which is a little better, right? But you are going to want to put in an ATB boost weapon. You can get them from the guild weapon exchange. All right, now last but not least, we have Aerith Gainsborough, 132k power, 16k HP. She's got 211 physical defense, 187 magic defense, and 3.7k healing. If you guys take a look at this, physical defense is going to be higher in most cases, and that's just because we can kind of cheese the first Hellfire, so we don't have to be so stacked up on magic defense. All right, now for her sub weapons, we have the magic defense all for the team, physical attack all for the team, and another magic defense all for the team. Alright guys, so that's going to basically conclude the setup. I'm going to try and run this as clean as I can in this fight, so hopefully it will go well out there. Alright guys, here we are going into the Ifrit EX2 fight. Just so you guys know, I switched Aerith's limit break to the Shiva buff limit break, alright? At the beginning, we're going to Imperil, use Fierce Charge Slash, and then jump over to Aerith and wait for max ATB to use Spiritual Harmony. Upon that, we're going to jump back over to Red 13, wait for max attack stance to continue breaking sigils just so you get the most out of them. So we're going to cast Rolling Claw twice, jump over to Aerith, block this Heat Wave. Alright, then we're going to use Bio twice, then we're going to use Jubilation. Okay? After that, we just need 2 attacks from Red 13, 1 Bio, 1 Rolling Claw, and we should get the limit break right here. Beautiful. There we go. Which means we should be under 30 sigils right now and have gotten off the Stardust Ray before the first Hellfire right here. So perfect timing. Just going to switch over to Aerith and prepare. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to counter with a heal. Red 13 is going to use Ultimate Therapeutic Touch. All right, there we go. Maybe 1 Cura. And Cloud is going to keep on doing his thing. Aerith is going to re-raise up Spiritual Harmony. We'll block this Heat Wave. All right, looking good. Red 13 needs to get off another Imperil. All right, here we go. Looking good so far, guys. Just try to keep up as much damage as possible. The name of the game is keep up your buffs, guys. It's extremely important that you keep up the buffs. All right, so we're going to block this second Hellfire right here. We're going to go into the second phase of the fight, which is to do as much damage as fast as humanly possible. All right, here we go. Going into this. We need to also build up their limit breaks here, guys. It's super important. All right, here we go. Gonna get off a heal. All right, beautiful. And we want to get off this Spiritual Harmony right here. We're gonna block his charge attack right there. Okay, we have 1 buff charge, almost 2. Ooh, so close, guys. Alright, so we're going to go straight into the buffs right here. Hopefully we still have the physical attack buff on Cloud. Hopefully we still have the Imperil on Ifrit. That's probably the hardest part of this fight, guys. And this is, like I said, I switched Aerith's Breath of the Earth. to the Ice Raising Limit Break right here. Stardust Ray is going to get rid of his upped physical and magic attack right here. And then we're just basically going to try and kill him before he gets off this charge, all right? So it's super important to do that. Here comes the Diamond Dust. Hopefully it does a good amount of damage. It definitely did. All right, so now we just need to like stay strong with Cloud and just like hold the line to the end here, guys. There's 1, 2, Aerith goes down, and Ifrit goes down at the same time. All right, so that's really, you know, I recorded this fight. You know, yesterday I tried for the Princess Guard for the first time and beat this on like the first try, guys. But today when I was trying to do this recording, I've had to record this like 9 times. And it's because that sequence after the Hellfire sequence, going into his physical sequence, it's extremely important that you guys keep up the Imperil on Ifrit and keep up the physical attack buff on Cloud, because your DPS really falls off when those fall off, and you really just want to burn him down right there. So that's why I changed Aerith's Limit Break from Breath of the Earth to the Ice buff. It adds more damage, and Cloud can really come through in the clutch at the end. So I hope that this guide helps you guys. I know it's a bit late, but sometimes with your account, certain battles are harder than others, right? So it took me a little while to put this together. Like I said, this isn't the approach without the Princess Guard. I might try to put one of those together in the future, but there are videos out there. There's a ton of great players out there with videos up that can help you guys get these clears. That being said, if you guys have any questions, please drop a comment. I'm happy to answer them. And if you did enjoy this video today, please don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to the channel for more Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis content. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.